Hey there, it's Uncle Chad in the Fitzer radio booth. It's been a long time. It's been quite a while since I've done a Fitzer radio like this in here. I guess the holidays just kind of got the best of me, and I'm on vacation and didn't feel like doing it. But I think we did a couple over Thanksgiving. We just didn't do a whole lot in between. So it's New Year's, and we've got 2021 coming upon us, and I hope most everybody's pretty positive about that. I know I am. Man, how can you not want to just turn the page on 2020, right? Between COVID and all the political crap that's going on, we need to move on. And I'm not talking about going back to where we were in 2019. I'm talking about something new. I'm talking about something new for the next generation, for Gen X. Hey, kids, it's time to step up. Cold War kids, it's your time. So, just want to let everybody know, tomorrow is going to be a special day because we're turning the page. I wanted to do something tonight because this is going to be seen by my nieces and nephews and the in-laws abroad. Tomorrow, like I put it up, they'll probably have already watched it by the time we get up tomorrow morning. So it'll be New Year's Eve for us, but it'll be almost New Year's for them by the time we get up tomorrow. They'll be further along in the day. So, Marina, Nassim, Ben, Aya, kids, this is all for you. Really, just to get a jump on it. So this is kind of like pre-New Year's Eve. So I'm going to ramble on a little bit, and then I'm going to read Ladybug Girl, which is kind of I like this book because this is like empowering to girls, which nothing wrong with empowering girls. I've got 2 daughters and got 2 cuties over in France, and got some other kids out there too that are pretty special. So we'll get to that. But I just wanted to kind of let everybody know, Fitzer Radio, this has been a bit of an interesting deal since the beginning of COVID. 9 months ago? March? Is that it? 10 months ago now. I've gone through physical changes. I've, lost a lot of weight, gotten in pretty good shape, done well at work this year. I've done a lot personally here around the place. Christmas was fun. The birthdays this year were fun. We got to know each other a little bit. Got to know the Mandalorian. Cobra Kai, we're watching that too. That's fun if you've ever an 80s kid. Sherburne kids, Selby kids, Omaha kids, Fort Collins kids, whoever, class of 92. If you grew up back then and you watched The Karate Kid and you just were at that age, what were we, 6th, 7th grade? And of course, everybody pretended they were like one character on Karate Kid. Corey Ballard, I'm sure you were like Johnny, the bad guy who like kicked karate, who got beat by Karate Kid or something, but because he was like a Cobra Kai, like throwing stars. Kidding, Corey. Speaking of Corey, hey, you in the house? We got a little Corny Cory here to start this whole pre-New Year's deal. We're going to do some applause instead of a jeer. Yeah, I'm here. Here I am, Chad. All right, nice to see you, man. If you haven't figured it out by now, I hold Corey. I typically do it with my knee. I need, in order to read a book, in order to do like a place like this, like a booth, like a Fitzer Radio booth. Howard Stern, thank you very much, by the way, for your inspiration. You have to be able to balance stuff and then be able to turn pages and manipulate a camera. So over time, I don't know if you guys don't see this stuff down here, but I've got a control booth, like a control panel. We talked about this before. I can go through all these. Oh. Yes. And we go through. See, I don't even use most of these. I could, but here's the thing. I'm just not quite that clever. If you have anything that you've gone through as far as introspection is concerned in this last year, I've gone through therapy for a long, long time for my issues with my family and everything. And I like to think I've grown a little bit, people can frame you however they want, but ultimately you're only accountable to yourself at the end of this, and a higher power if you believe in that. And ultimately, you know, I mean, you got your wife and your kids around. I want to be a good person, but you have to be happy with yourself first. So I'm in health and life training, and it's coming along and it's kind of transforming. It's kind of cool. Like, it wasn't that expensive to just go through this, and it's kind of like good for personal growth. I feel like I can pull it into Trimble. I can pull it into my sales channel. I can pull it into my family. It's just good. And the health thing was just a side benefit. I had no idea that I was going to get into my digestion and, looking at stuff every day and trying to figure stuff out with your body. But it is really, really very important to be aware of what what's going on with your body, man. It's all you got. This is your gateway to life here. And once you're dead, you're gone, right? Hopefully you'll leave a legacy, but that's a head trip. And ultimately you need to live in the moment. And if 2020 has taught us anything, I think it's really, at least for me, is to live in the moment with my family more than anything, and try and love them, and try and get along with people as best as I can, and try and make amends. I know there's a few people out there, if you're watching this maybe and you've gotten this far, there are eye rolls happening right now. It's okay. All I can say is I get mad too, and I'm trying to be true to myself, and I'm trying to be friends with people. And I'm an idiot too. I know that. I'm a moron. So, not perfect. I understand that. I'm good at some stuff. I'm really bad at a lot of things too. Just so everybody knows that. I'm narcissistic as well. Just coming clean on 2020. I was going to save this for tomorrow night, but we're going to do something maybe a little bit more special tomorrow night, a little more celebratory. I think we are. I hope we are. We're going to do the New Year's thing, but I think we're going to do something tomorrow, maybe together. At least I intend to, for a full-blown Ryan Seacrest virtual New Year's Eve from the Fitz Radio booth, or from somewhere around the house, or whatever we're going to do. But a resolution. I've been thinking about this, and I'm kind of, I don't mind the pagan stuff. I get Native American religions and stuff. I get the idea of being connected to where we are here. Like the earth, we are literally stardust. And working in GPS, you learn a lot about solar weather and all sorts of stuff that comes in from the sun. And that's what I believe in, really. Do I know where it came from, how it was created? No, I don't. So that's where I leave it. I don't go to church. I don't do that. But I'm spiritual, call me whatever you want. People already call me a bastard. That's fine. What I want to do for 2021. And this was a big one. And if you've been watching this for a while, I reached out to my mom, and I need my mom in my life. And it's been 3 years, and the 23andMe reveal, happened, and I didn't mean for it to happen. I didn't go out of my way to make that happen. I literally tried to find out if I was 7% Neanderthal from my buddy Nick Hanna in Fort Collins from high school. And that's where it started. And you cannot put that genie back in the bottle. That genie pops out, and how you react is really your own. It shows a light on who you are as a person, a lot of your flaws, but a lot of good character stuff too. I give myself credit. I think I learned a lot. I'm kind of look at myself as a bit of a lab rat. I don't have a problem saying that. Try stuff and try and be a better person and try and improve. Really, literally, I do. Categorically, and I measure it. And I get it. Did I just say that? I'm kidding. No. I measure it. That's a good one, Chad. You stepped right into that one. No. You have to measure you have to. I'm sorry. You have to. Here. Is it okay? We have a new thing. I will pick this up. Just give me a second. Let's see if I can get her turned on. Computer. Are you awake?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, we have help. Computer, what's another word for measure?
Synonyms for measure meaning portion, scope, include, part, quota, or breadth. For the meaning standard, rule, some synonyms include test, method, or system.
Computer, stop! God. Everybody, if you've watched me, I got this thing with the whole Alexa thing, where she talks around the house and stuff. I'm not used to just having things pop up. Oh, the lights just came on, Anyway, what was it now? No, I don't. I'm trying to scope my life, right? Try and improve yourself over time. And physically is great. I'm blessed to have this body. Like I got that from my mom and Chet Fisher. So, both good stock, Mickelsons are big and all that. And the Fishers, they're big too. I found out Chester's dad. So my grandfather fought in World War I. He was a doughboy. He lost a lung in France. I think I already said that maybe, but anyhow, I reached out to my mom and just over Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving, and it was time. So I have a lot of that just put on me, and nobody's perfect, and yeah, people screwed up in the past and whatever, but that's not what it's about. It's about relationships today. It's people think I'm angry. Yeah, hell yeah, I've been angry in the past. Gee, you wonder why? I don't know, maybe, you ever bake cookies? You see them rise, there's a reaction, and it takes time. Yeah, 45 years will make you mad when things don't add up and people treat you a particular way, even though they don't think they did. They did. They had to, If you don't believe me, read a book called The Lost Family by Libby Copeland. I just read it, and it's about my situation, and it's very revealing, and it's very scientific, and it's a breath of fresh air. She's a hero to me. Read that book. It's on Amazon. Again, The Lost Family. It's really interesting. At the end, she goes so far as to talk about two people that were switched at birth and lived each other's lives. Wow. Besides just thinking about the what ifs of what if I would have actually been Rod Fitzer's son, his biological son. I don't know. It's crazy to think about because I always assumed I was, and then to find out you're not. And being somebody who's interested in family history, there's no way I'm going to turn my back on that. So it's been a good year. The Fishers have been on a couple Zooms and stuff, and introduced to their extended family. I got second cousins and stuff all over the country. It's great. It's awesome. I'm really happy I'm actually really happy it happened. I'm not happy with the way that things stand with a few people in my family, and I'm not going to get into that. So, but what the resolution that I've got for 2021 is, I am going to make the relationship with my mom work. Mom, if you're listening, I mean it. I need to stay calmer and be more mature, and hoping coming out of 2020, we step up, into projects at work and into the generational gap as the boomers pass away in numbers now because of COVID and whatnot. It's time. So if you are a Democrat, or you feel like you've been egreged in the past, in the last 4 years or the last 20 years or however long, bring your skills to bear. Now's the time. If you possibly can, and donate and do all that good stuff, and go clean the park and run and get healthy, or ride a bike or buy a Peloton and love people, man. That's what it's all about. So Mom, I'm coming to love you, and I want to love you for the rest of my life. And I'm saying that publicly right now, and I am getting a little verklempt, I'm glad to be back. I didn't ever want to forsake a relationship with my mom. And now that I've got the piece there on my biological father's side, that has filled in a lot of gaps there. And, I'm all right. So all's well here. So that was my whole life. Besides that, and the Farmer's Almanac, I believe we're on the full cold moon is what it's called. So, you got the full wolf moon is in January, the full moon, each one has a name. The next one, February, is the full snow moon, things like that. The last one was the full beaver moon. Corey, I believe September was the full corn moon. Full corn moon, no way! Oh, yes, sir. You're in here too. So, all right, let's get situated here. I got my Nebraska sweatshirt on. They didn't go to a bowl game. They were bad this year. They were real bad. Scott Frost. It's not him, man. It is the program. It is the culture in Nebraska. Sorry, folks. Sorry, Huskers. We are Tennessee. We are Michigan. We are, Miami? Yeah, there's this class of schools, Penn State, that have just, even Penn State, even Michigan, even Miami have had glory in the last 20 years. Oh my God. Nebraska hasn't won a conference championship since 1999. What are we? What is this? Prince? Like, that's insane. I mean, it's been over 20 years. When I was there, they won 2 national championships. Again, I've told you guys this story before, but like, statistically, talking about measuring again, like, statistically, that is like insane to think about. So, having gone to school at Nebraska, grown up a Husker. Yeah, I lived in Minnesota and I got South Dakota thing, but I'm from Omaha originally, and I went to the University of Nebraska, so I'm an alum. I'm in for life, right? Go Big Red. But it's a bit of a the team that I grew up with and loved. 9 win seasons from 1962 for 36 seasons straight for Devaney and Osborne and on, Solich and and that I was in Peace Corps when the wheels came off of the wagon, man, and it's been brutal. It's been a bleed for 2 decades. Haven't won a conference championship when they were in the Big 12 or now in the Big 10. They came to the Big 10. Oh, here comes Nebraska. What's that? Like a big declawed cat. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, here they come. Oh boy, I'm intimidated. It's big old Nebraska, man. Where are the claws and where are the fangs, man? They went out the window a long time ago. If it's just recruiting, but even that, it's like, what happened to the pipeline? I really hope we're close to turning a corner. I really, really am. I'm an alum. I'm in for good. Like, I'm not going anywhere, but man, I can be critical. And if you're not an alum and you're just a fan, sorry, Corey. Sorry. Kissy face. Oh, you love me, don't you? I do, Corey. You're my boy. You and Bob, and Benz. Let's not forget about Benzie. See, I just hold him up like that. There he is. There's old Corey. There's old Corey. All the Corys I know in the world. Corey Eisman, Corey Ballard, Corey Ryle, all Corys. There's Corys. I know a bunch of them, but I just drew a blank. Sorry, all you Corys out there. Sorry. I was trying to. Sorry, it didn't work. Sorry, having problems with my post box here. Oh, sorry. Just so everybody knows, and he's. Oh my God. He's like a bucking bronco. Bored. This guy, I was in here the other day. Part of the reason why I was coming in here to do a Fitz of Radio here some weeks ago, this guy falls out of the ceiling and bunks me right in the head with nobody watching. And I was like, yeah. And it smarted hard too. It was like right here. Got just enough velocity to just be like, right in the melon, right in my big fat melon. Yeah. Corey Ballard loves that. Disparage my head size. Sorry, I got that from Chet, man. He's got a melon too. He's like a balloon on a string. He's like, right, exactly. Except I'm like Akbar'd out on the back. Whatever. I got a big head. Hopefully I put it to good use. So here we go, Ladybug Girl with Uncle Chad and Corny Cory. We're back, Chad. Yes, we are, Corey. How's life been in the corn crib? Oh, it's been pretty good. Just chilling in there, waiting for the holidays. Yeah, do you know a guy, named Jolly? Jolly? You mean Jolly the little elf? Yeah, Jolly the elf. The guy that, he hides around the house, he goes, like he'll go up into the top of the tree, and then he's over next day he's over on the mantle. Do you know anything about him? Because you guys are kind of in the same domain, aren't you? Like in the same, you live in a... I have no idea what you're talking about right now, Chad. But I guess I don't either. I just thought maybe you guys, you're kind of magic. You're kind of magic corn, right? At least to the... Real funny, Chad. All right, well... You tell the best jokes, man, I swear. You old cornball, you don't have to kiss my buttocks, Corey. Oh, don't get all like that on me. Okay, all right. Are you ready to read Ladybug Girl? Yeah, let's read Ladybug Girl. Who are we reading it for? You know what? I'm going to call somebody out right now. Lily, come on. In France, you, young lady, have been read to many, many times. I am dedicating this one to Ophélie. Little Ophélie is starting to get pretty cute. She's getting some hair, and she's got beautiful eyes, and she's smiling, and she's up, and it's great to see, and we miss her terribly. So, Corey, I am dedicating this book to my niece, Ophélie, and living in Bordeaux, France, and I want to empower her with Ladybug Girl, and hopefully she'll watch this someday and be like, oh, I'm so glad Uncle Chad, that's like a fake French accent, because she's going to speak French, so she's going to have a French accent, which is super cute. But yeah, it's going to be nuts, because Lily's not, kind of is, and I don't know, we're going to have to see. Anyway, both of yous, Ladybug Girl, but especially Ophélie. Here we go. All right, you ready, Corey? Yeah, let's do it, Chad. All right, let's do this, Corey. Ooh, pretty pictures. Ladybug Girl. Woo-wee. Look at all those girls. Wow. Wow. Ladybug Girl. It's like a ballerina. Looks like Elena. All right, here we go. I'm Ladybug Girl, says Lulu, zipping into the kitchen. Beep. Thanks, Corey. She slips into the chair next to her brother. Did you know that ladybugs eat bugs? Yes, he says. Everyone knows that. After breakfast, Mama says, Papa and I have work to do around the house. You'll have to figure out your own fun time, okay? How am I ever going to do that? Asked Lulu. You can do anything, Lulu. You're a Ladybug Girl. Lulu runs after her brother. Where are you going? I'm playing baseball with Sam and Max. Can I play too? She asks. No, you're too little, he snorts. And bugs don't play baseball. Oh, what a card. I know that feeling, Ladybug Girl, where you're like, can I go along with your older brothers? And they're like, for the 15th time, no. Sorry, Todd and Troy. I know I used to do that on our bikes. Anyway. With a sigh, Lulu wanders through the house. Bingo follows. There's nothing to do. Corey's still there. Nice to thank you for trying to do your job. Trying? What do you think I'm doing here? Whoa. Holy cow. Do we need to do a little, hey, computer, can you make a derecho sound? Computer, what does a derecho sound like?
Here's a cockatiel squawk.
No, that is not what I asked for. I would say that's some kind of a derecho color, like kind of a yellow. Maybe we get crazy, get going crazy here with the lights and get them turned up real wild. Oh my God, derecho, Corey. Computer, play a tornado siren.
Here's tornado siren sound effect.
Oh, you're not going to do this right now, are you, Chad? Not now, seriously?
Oh my God. Oh my God, Corey, run for the hills. Computer, turn it down, turn it off. Oh my God. Computer, turn it off. The girls are trying to sleep. I'm in here in the Fitz Radio booth going bananas. And they're probably awake right now, pissed off. Anyway.
Well, you deserve it, that's for sure, being so stupid.
Whoa, Corey, what's with the shaming?
Well, I don't know, I'm just saying.
Well, easy, buddy. We don't talk to people that way. When somebody says something, you just say, hey, you tone it down, man. It's too loud. You don't have to be a jerk about it. Jeez.
Lord, I'm sorry, Chad. I love you.
I love you too, Corey. Anyway, in the living room, there's a wall of books. Lulu can't read yet, but she knows her letters. She finds a lot of L's, more than 59, she thinks. Then she waters her avocado plant. She takes out her ruler to measure it if it's grown. When some days it just doesn't seem to be getting any bigger. When Bingo gives Lulu the look, it's time to go outside. I am not sure I can get through this book. Anyway, beep. Thanks, Corey. In the backyard, the grass smells sweet and is sparkly with dew while Bingo snuffles about. Lulu discovers a line of ants marching over a rock. Nice. Not sure why that's funny, but... Thanks, Corey. She says she's not happy at her brother right now. Is that rock in your way, ants? It's much too big for you to move, isn't it? She says, I can help you. I'm Ladybug Girl. Right on. Ladybug Girl easily lifts the rock over her head and tosses it aside. Nothing can stop the ants now. Come on, Bingo, she says. Ladybug Girl has things to do. Rock and roll, Ladybug Girl. Beep. Thanks, Corey. She runs across the yard to the pond. Her brother calls it a puddle, but she knows it's big. So big she can see trees and sky inside the water. There might even be a shark in the deep part. There's no shark in there. Beep. Thanks, Corey. Ladybug Girl jumps in anyway. Wow. Her next stop is the old crumbly stone wall. It definitely needs her help. She picks up the fallen rocks and puts them back on top. Now the wall is bigger and better than before. Beep. Thanks, Corey. It's the perfect fort. Even the toppled over tree at the back of the yard can't stop her. Its roots look like angry snakes, but Ladybug Girl skips all the way down its trunk, not falling even once. Look at her go. Beep. Corey, what's going on? Nothing. We're just almost at the end, and I'm getting a little sad. Oh, really? Why is that? Do you want to do a little corn trivia? Computer, tell us something about corn.
Here's a fact about corn. According to Wikipedia, when ground into flour, maize yields more flour with much less bran than wheat does.
What? Ground? Yeah. I think they meant like push the corn in, like push the corn. Like push the corn into the ground. Like push the corn. Not like grind it into a stone or anything. Oh, okay. Thanks, Chad. Okay, thanks, Corey. Okay. Okay. You all right? All right. She jumps down and lands with a bow. Ta-da! She says. Bingo wags his tail. Beep. Thanks. All of a sudden, Lulu hears the crack of a baseball bat. She whirls around and sees a ball bouncing toward her. Hey! Her brother yells, throw it over here! She picks up the ball and throws it, but somehow it lands near her feet. Please, can I play ball now? She asks her brother when he runs over. No, he says, I already told you, you're too little. He grabs the ball and runs back to his game. Thanks, dude. Thanks for being a team player, you know? Like, she just wants to play with you. You don't have to be such a jerk. Jeez. Beep. Lulu glares after him. Beep. Lulu lies down, feeling... Ooh, that's a funny sound. Corey, you like that? It's crazy. Crazy, Corey. Anyway, Lulu lies down, feeling the warm sun on her cheek. She knows she isn't too little. She thinks of the 59 letter L she found and how she saved the ants. She wasn't afraid of the shark at all. She built the perfect fort. She balanced across the whole tree, but without falling, all by herself. From out of nowhere, a gust of wind swirls the air with leaves. She jumps up to chase them. Ladybug Girl can catch leaves in midair. Ladybug Girl is definitely not little. She yells into the wind. Beep! It's Corey. Lulu runs up the hill to the apple tree and lifts herself onto a branch. She can see her brother and his friends playing baseball and hears them arguing. Ooh, hey dude, it's my ball. Yeah, it doesn't really look like that much fun after all. Not the kind of fun Ladybug Girl has. She holds her thumb and index finger a bit apart and squints through them. She can fit her brother and all of his friends in between those two fingers. I'm not little, she says. You're little. Right? Yeah, yeah, watch it. Beep. All right, Corey. Is this book ever going to end, Corey? I don't know, Chad. You're the one reading. All right, thanks. Lulu sits for a moment, listening to the singing sparrows and the squawking blue jays. Wish I had a squawking blue jay sound. When she hears her mama calling, she swings down and says, "Come on, Bingo, let's go inside and tell Mom and Pop about our morning." There they go. Beep. Oh. Feeling as big as the whole outdoors, Lulu stretches out her arms. She flies down the hill with her wings bobbing behind her. Wonderful. Beep. That's it. That's the book. We are done. And that's a half an hour. Wow. Whew, that's like a Three's Company episode. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. This is, again, December 30th. 2020. This is pre-New Year's in Colorado. So, night, everybody. Love you. Have a good one.
Night, everybody.
See you, Corey. Have a good one. All right.